This game is tea and is not suitable for kids. Is this going to be the last day for the bad end? Because holy cow. I thought this was going to take like 10 minutes, and we're already on hour number 2 of the stream for just one decision. I can feel a muddy, shapeless sense of discomfort spiraling within my chest. It feels as if rusty, molten metal is flowing through my veins. Like waves of heat and coldness are attacking the nerves throughout my body, intermittent yet tireless. The target of my hatred is myself. The look on Kyou's face yesterday has been burned into the back of my eyelids. Every time I close my eyes for even an instant, the image flashes in my mind. Tomoya. She saw us. She saw Fujibayashi, Ryou, and I kiss. Since the two of us are going out, it really is no big deal for us to do that. And it's not like we've done anything particularly disgraceful. Rather, that's pretty normal. We were just seen by someone else doing it. Tomoya... Somebody saw us. That's all. And yet, Kyou's face, her expression keeps piercing through my heart. Yeah, why is it in the bad ending Kyou, when she sees us kissing, or like hears that we're kissing, is like heartbroken, and yet in the good ending she's like, oh, good for you, man, this is awesome. Island has a flowchart implemented in the game for scenes and decisions, so you can easily jump back to whatever you want. That's nice. That's really nice. Like it's digging what was once a tiny hole deeper and deeper, along with the dull sense of pain and heat. It feels as if a heavy, heavy feeling is slowly eating my body away.
Tomoya-kun.
Eh?
どうしたんですか? ぼーっとして。
Oh, sorry.
ひょっとしてどこか体調でも悪いんですか?
Nah, I'm feeling fine. So, Fujibayashi, where were we? Ryou, where are we going to?
はい。この先に美味しいラーメン屋さんがあるんです。
That sad smile and this happy... That sad smile. That sad frown and this happy smile are like the best sprites. Ramen? That doesn't sound very attractive.
気兼ねない感じでいいと思ったんですけど、別のお店の方がいいですか? あ、ひょっとしてラーメンは嫌いだった?
It's gonna be better than the crappy instant ramen we have here in the States. Nah, ramen sounds good. Rather, that's great since I love ramen.
よかったです。味は絶対保証付きですから。
She smiles. Ryou's smile. Just as we promised the day before yesterday, we are on a date together. Though it's not like we actually picked a place to go. We're simply hanging out, spending time together and talking about random things. But even so, she says she's happy. By the way, what kind of ramen? It comes in kinds? Pork broth. Ramen store's employee, best girl. Phew, that's quite a lot.
そうですね。お腹いっぱいです。
I wanted a CG with us eating that, by the way. Do you go there often?
よくってほどではありませんけど、たまにお姉ちゃんと言ってました。
You go with Kyou?
はい。お姉ちゃん、あそこの餃子が大好きなんです。
I am not familiar with gyoza. Gyoza. Gyoza is the Japanese variant of the Chinese dumpling dish gyoza. I did not pronounce that right. It generally contains ingredients such as meat or vegetables wrapped in dough. Furthermore, it's usually pan-fried in Japan, though deep-fried and boiled variants also exist. That sounds pretty good. Is it good?
ニンニクがたっぷりです。
Oh, I want that in my life. That does sound delicious.
でも、その、デートの時に
That's smart, Ryou. That's smart. It's like you don't eat it right before going to the dentist. Hmm? Oh, that's so?
はい。
She's probably worried about the consequences when we kiss.
あ、お姉ちゃん、あそこのラーメンにたくさん胡椒をかけるんですよ。
She sounds like my dad.
食べ終わった後、私のスープと色が違うくらいなんです。
She needs that flavor. She needs that Red Robin seasoning. That sounds really bad for her body.
そこまでしちゃうと、 ちょっとラーメン屋さんに失礼ですよ
To be honest, almost nobody uses the salt and pepper shakers at restaurants, so if she wants to use enough for everybody, that's fine by
せっ
me.
かくのスープが台無しです
Oh, Kyo. Headset, stop clicking. Ryou's face here is like so serious. She's like, how dare she? That's true.
ところでともやくんこれからどうしますか
Hmm? Well, do you have somewhere you want to go?
ともやくんと一緒ならどこでも
Let's go somewhere without people then. Uh-oh.
人気のないところですか
Well, I'm a guy after all.
その
Wow.
So-
Okay, this can go a lot of different directions, though.
納得ですか
Okay, Ryou saying the word risque, it seems a little weird. Well, it would be kind of weird if I didn't have any interest in that stuff at all, right? I was promised this game was only T.
あそうですけど
It feels as if it has been a while since I last saw Ryou in such a flurry.
私
Yeah, dude. Wait till marriage.
心の準備というか
That regard. Yeah, I'm. So much I could say on this. I'll just say this. Waiting till marriage for sex, it fixes so many problems. Also, the farthest they go is simple kissing. Yeah, I figured. Again, it's only T. I was gonna say, like, even if you're like, I don't really see what the big deal is. Think about how many relationships have been kind of ruined just because they went physical too fast, and then how many people have been like, oh man, I really wish that we hadn't waited until marriage. Like, I can't think of any couple in the history of the world who was like, man, I really wish that we'd had sex before we got married. Like, I can't think of any. I mean, in the Tomoya route, we got handsy at one point. For some reason, that puts me at ease. Just kidding. It's just a joke. That was a dumb joke, Tomoya. Yeah. Let's start walking off our meal. Oh yeah, how about if we get our fortune told at that game arcade again? I take Ryou's hand and start walking. Expecting her to follow, I am instead stopped when my arm is fully extended. Ryou? I call out to her as she continues to stand there motionless. I know it was only text, but the implication was there. What's the matter? Okay, I'll allow you to I'll allow you to say the word F-bomb, just not the actual word itself. What's the matter?
私いいですよ
So how it works is I basically have auto mod on for my channel. So if people put in like any words that Twitch is like that could be risky, I have to manually input it basically. Huh?
そのともやくんが行きたいところならどこでも行きます
I mainly have this because what word was it? It was literally the word F-bomb. That's what got held up. And I mainly have auto mod on because when I'm not stupid headset, come on. When I'm not streaming like specifically T-rated games, I try to keep it family friendly. So I don't like my chat swearing. Because there's swearing in this, I'm pretty okay with most swear words except for like the strongest ones. Although her hand is trembling, she gathers her courage and speaks.
付き合っていれば恋人同士ならそういうの普通だと思いますから
She says this with a burning red face and not the tiniest bit of composure to spare. That's when I finally noticed. that I have said something that I cannot take back. Ryou would do anything as long as I wish for it. She loves me that much. It's something that I've known for a while. That's why I have to be careful and I can't just say any old thing to her. Besides, that's a line that I cannot cross yet.
Tomoya-kun.
She grips my hand tightly, thereby showing me that she is ready. I also have AutoMod turned on to the strongest level. That's part of it. Because again, if I'm playing like an E-rated game, I want E-rated language in my chat. So even if someone says like damn in chat, I kind of want AutoMod to pick that up. Ryou, I'm sorry. Let's do it another time. How should I say this? I think it might still be a bit too soon for us. No, Tomoya, you're good. Yes. Yes, it is way too soon in the relationship for that. Well, I'm horrible. I made a girl say something like that. It's because I want to treasure you. And I'm even trying to hide it with lies and trickery. However, Ryou's face broke into a smile when she heard that. Feels as if it branded me a hypocrite. Oh, this is going really bad. I can feel it growing. Is it my sense of guilt, or is it shame instead? The warmth that I can feel from holding her hand is hard to bear. Guilt and shame often go hand in hand. I see. I'm sorry. Having regained some composure, Ryou turns to her usual smile. I notice that I've relaxed a little despite the circumstances. Then unexpectedly, Ryou looks intently at me with a serious expression. What's wrong? Something you want to ask me? She nods, but then she tucks her chin in with hesitation. Several seconds passed as she hesitates.
Tomoya-kun,
Oof. Big oof. I felt as if time had stopped. Do you like me? It's a simple question. As we are dating each other, you might even say this is a ridiculous question to ask. If we are lovers, then there is a simple answer to this question. And yet, your silence says everything. Why can't I give her an answer? The words "I like you" just won't come out of my throat. My own feelings begin to dawn on me. Yesterday, I was shocked when Kyou saw Ryou and I kissing, and the heart-piercing pain I can feel in my chest. I look at Ryou's face, and I see a different face instead. The obnoxious pressure inside my chest, as well as my wavering feelings, are holding me back from saying those words. That reminds me. I haven't yet told Ryou that I like her. Even though we are dating, I haven't once told her how I myself feel. But how do I actually feel? The inside of my mouth begins to dry up. My tongue is glued to the roof of my mouth, and although my lips are moving, words do not come out. The unpleasant silence continues. Even my throat begins to dry up as if it is refusing to give voice to any of my words. I need to drink more water. I feel so sorry for Ryou too. She's like... Again, I haven't gotten to know all of the girls yet, but out of all the girls I know, I feel like she is the sweetest. Like, by a mile. I know I haven't really gotten to know Nagisa, or Yukine, or Fuko. I don't even know Library Girl's name. But... she's so kind, And she deserves better than this. Given the atmosphere, it feels as if I'm even hesitating to sigh. I can't look at her straight in the eye.
すみません。意地悪ですよね。
Suddenly, Ryou lowers her head.
その恥ずかしいですよね。そんなことを言うのは。自分でも言うの恥ずかしいのに、それを人に言わせようとする
No,
なんて。
Ryou, you hit the nail on the head.
すみませんでした。
I just don't understand why. I do not understand why the one decision just to not kiss her made this much of a difference. It really doesn't make sense to me. Because it seemed like he was just like, now's not the right time. And that was it. And now it's like, oh, I actually don't like her. Even though the good ending he very clearly did. Though she's the sweetest, I like some of the others more. I get that. Like, a lot of people really like Kyou, and I do not like Kyou at all. I mean, like, I feel bad for her, but, like, she's not an endearing person to me. Never question video game logic. Never! Ryou apologizes with what appears to be a forced smile. Perhaps she mistook me looking away to mean that I felt embarrassed. I permit myself to come up with a convenient interpretation. You gotta tell her. The longer you put it off, dude, the worse it's gonna be. It only serves to reinforce how pathetic I feel. I loathe myself to the point that it's pitiful. Even so, okay, why do you like Kyou? Let me just ask. Because she's an actual criminal. She beats people up with like little to no provocation. She says really mean things. It's just, she's incredibly manipulative. Like, I don't know. I also just don't like the tsundere archetype, but even so, I cannot stop thinking of the girl who has the same face. The same face that was yesterday on the verge of tears. I just cannot erase that image from the inside of my eyelids.
そろそろ行きませんか?
I know everybody has bad traits, for sure, but Kyou's are, like, really bad. Should we get going?
私、またゲームセンターでホロスコープがしたいです。
Yeah, sure. If we get a CG of us having to break Ryou's heart, my heart is gonna break, though. I nod with a smile. I do so as if I'm obliged to. Her intentions are in the right place? Sometimes! But even so, even if, like... She's like, I think someone might be being mean to my sister. I'm gonna, like, cave their face in with a book. It goes way too far. As though I'm forcing myself to go along with it. We start walking, our hands are held together, swaying slightly back and forth. But blump! This week, it seems the two of you will have a quarrel over something minor. Confusion will lead to anxiety. Anxiety will lead to confusion. Confusion will lead to the dark side. You should pay attention and not lose sight of your own opinions, and at the same time, make an effort to consider your partner's circumstances. Why is every time I, like, move my mouth, my headset clicks, and I don't like it. If you make an effort to understand each other, your relationship will definitely strengthen. Remember, a watched pot never boils. Your lucky items are silver jewelry and gemstones. Your lucky color is red. Must be my imagination. I definitely agree that Kyou and Tomoya are very similar and they do have good chemistry together. I'm just saying, my perspective, I don't like Kyou. The results of the horoscope machine have been getting progressively worse every time we try it. I take a peek at Ryou.
なんとも言えない結果ですね。
Yes, welcome to horoscopes. Yeah, well, it's just a game. Even though I know it's hardly trustworthy, these results don't leave me with a good feeling.
ゲームでも占いは占いですよ。
But compared to actual fortunes told by people, doesn't it feel kind of hollow or lacking a human touch? Everything it said was obviously pre-programmed.
それはそうなんですけど。 それでも占いですから。
She says this with a smile.
占いの目的は未来に対するきっかけです。
Yeah, I am wondering how much of this dialogue is just reused with the Kyou route. Tomoya, Library Girl, and Kyou are your favorite characters? Okay, I definitely love Tomoya. She's awesome. Like, she's not a tsundere, but she's like that kind of character done right. Library? Okay. I've heard a lot of people do really like Library Girl. Diet Yuri, as I like to call her. I literally... As of right now, I'm like, if there's one route I would skip out on, it would probably be hers. Just because she seems really, really weird. I kind of want to get to know Library Girl a little more, but I feel like I have to get on her route before it'll let me get to know her more. Because, like, I tried to go to the library more than once, and it's like, oh, no, I don't want to go to the library. And then he just left school. Yeah. I'm actually more interested in the Fuko route because my sister basically told me that the Fuko route is the route I need to do if I want to learn more about construction worker guy, which seems very strange. I don't know. The objective of fortune telling, yeah.
この言葉をどう受け止めるかは
Sorry. Sorry for interrupting again. Well, I guess you're right. Motivation for the future, huh? If that's the case, how should I interpret this fortune? Confusion will lead to anxiety, and anxiety will lead to confusion. To me, my confusion, my anxiety, Kyou. In the end, despite having spent the whole day with Kyou, I can't take... Despite having spent the whole day with Ryou, I can't take my mind off of Kyou. What makes it worse is that I keep on envisioning her on the verge of tears instead of her smiling. Even so, I tried my best to keep smiling in front of Ryou. This is so hypocritical. I think, and the feeling of self-loathing sets in once more. You gotta talk! You gotta talk to her! Okay, stop censoring the word Fuko. I think it's hilarious that Twitch out loud's like, Fuko, that's a bad word. It's like, no, it's not. Not even a little. You don't like Fuko that much as a character, but her route is pretty moving. I can see that. When the time comes for us to part ways. We kiss at the corner of the empty street. I go with the flow as if it is natural to do so. When Ryou waits for me with her eyes closed, I pause for a moment. This is so cruel. Her face is far too similar to Kyou's. As our faces grow closer and closer, the length of her hair becomes obscured. By the time our lips were touching, I no longer know if this is Ryou or Kyou. Despite everything. Is it Kyou who's on my mind? When I feel her warmth in my lips, it was Kyou who I think of instead of Ryou. My lips trembled slightly. I stick my tongue out a little, hitting her teeth. Having caught her by surprise, her shoulders shudder slightly. However, she does not resist. My tongue moves inward. And Ryou does the same. Dude, if you're like, I don't like this girl, I like Kyou instead, don't go further! Come on! Don't be stupid! Kyou. Wow! Automod is like French kissing. That's a bad word. It's like, really? Really? Okay then. Her name echoes within my mind. Slowly the warmth dissipates. I open my eyes and find a blushing Ryou, looking embarrassed, but also happy. I take a step backward and stare at her face. Despite everything, I'm sure I'm smiling right now. However, it must be a hollow facade I'm putting up so as not to make Ryou feel uneasy. Ryou bows slightly and starts walking home. As she gets farther and farther away, she repeatedly turns back to look at me. Until she disappears from my view, I keep waving back to her. And when I'm finally by myself, I pound on a nearby wall with my fist. I'm the worst. The sharp pain that I feel remains not in my fist, but instead in my heart. You wonder if it would block if he would say what it literally is. Yeah, it probably would. The bell rings, signaling the beginning of lunchtime.
Tomoya-kun.
Before I could even stand up, Ryou has already walked up to my desk. Hey, what's up?
お昼ご飯 一緒に食べましょう。
So let's play a game. How long will Tomoya be irresponsible and keep putting off the inevitable? Place your bets now in Twitch chat. Yeah, I don't mind, but I need to buy bread at the cafeteria.
大丈夫です。
She smiles and she places something on my desk. A lunchbox wrapped in a napkin makes a soft knocking sound as it laid on my desk.
お弁当作ってきました。
Eh?
今日のは一人で作ったんです。
Upon hearing that, I stare at the object on my desk. Ryou made a lunchbox. Since she said she made it by herself, it must mean Kyou did not help out, unlike last time, right? In other words...
お庭で食べませんか？ 行きましょう。
Before I could answer, she starts dragging me away by the hand. We leave the classroom as all our classmates stare on. Don't you people have anything better to do? I wonder if I will be able to come back here in one piece once lunch is over. Still being dragged by my hand, I walk down the hallway step by step. It almost feels as if I'm on death march. It's as though a cruel, inescapable fate is beckoning me to walk toward it. Suddenly, I feel something odd about the hand that's holding mine. Although Ryou's hand should feel tender and warm, there are areas that feel cold and inorganic. Ryou?
はい。
Grip. If it's good lunch, that proves it's Kyou pretending to be Ryou. You don't think the food will dissolve your body from within? Might kill you, but it won't go that far. What's wrong with your hand?
これはその
On her previously slender, beautiful hand are several band-aids. At the very least, they weren't there yesterday.
私飲み物買ってきますね。
What?
これ持って先に行って待っててください。
Hey! Ryou presses the lunchbox against my chest and starts running toward the cafeteria. I stare at the lunchbox that she forced on me. In any case, I suppose I'll head to the front yard first. Huh. Guess around here will do. I sit down at a suitable spot near the stone fence and put the lunchbox down. Looking at the flower-patterned napkin-wrapped lunchbox, I stroke my stomach. Guess I better prepare myself. I apologize to my stomach and wait for Ryou. Rustle, rustle. Is there just movement in the bushes? Rustle, rustle. Rustle.
ブヒ
Oh, hey, Botan. Botan?
ブヒブヒ
Hey, long time no see. You here to see Kyou again?
ブヒ
Oh, Botan. So Botan likes Kyou and hates Ryou. So if Botan's really friendly with Ryou, that'll prove it's Kyou. I'm determined they're gonna pull the swap at one point. Like, that. If I had twins in my story, I would totally do something like that. the Twitch Automod bot can detect single words or sayings, but it's not somewhat gruesome descriptions of dissolving bodies and such. Yeah. Yeah. You hungry?
ブヒ
I wouldn't try it, though. You'd end up in another coma.
ブヒ
Well, damn. I don't have anything to eat on me. Crack. I then hear the sounds of someone walking on the grass.
What?
Okay. She hasn't cut her hair yet, so... I look up and find her standing there. In an instant, my heart starts beating much faster.
Yeah.
Kyou says and raises her hand up with her nonchalant, usual smile. Yo. And that's why I try to reply as normally as well.
今からご飯でしょ。
Yeah.
量は
She's off getting us drinks.
そうなんだ。
Kyou nods and she notices the lunchbox sitting next to me.
あ、それ。
This? Seems Ryou made it.
朝からすごかったわよ。
I see.
かなり頑張ってたんだからね。だからちゃんと残さずに食べなさいよ。
I'll eat as much as I'm physically able. Guess I'll be at the nurse's office afternoon.
そうなったとしても全部食べなさい。彼氏なんだから。
Suddenly, pain spikes my body. Indeed, I can feel it in my heart. It feels as though my heart is a mass of needles piercing my chest from the inside out.
ブヒブヒ。 ボタン、なんでまた学校に来てんの？
Seems like he's hungry.
あ、そうなんだ。ブイ。しょうがないわね。食堂でパンでも買いに行くかな。ブヒブヒ。ほらおいで。
Botan's short legs leap off the ground. He jumps into Kyo's chest.
じゃあね。
Yeah. Holding on to Botan, Kyo starts walking back toward the school building. At the same time, Ryou is running toward me from the same direction. In her hands are several drink packs. The two of them walk past each other. Huh? Something feels odd. They passed each other without so much as acknowledging the other's existence. Even though they get along so well, that they didn't so much as wave to each other when they walked past each other.
お待たせしました。麦茶でよかったでしょうか？
Barley tea? That sounds like beer. Ryou asks, having finally returned. Yeah, thanks.
いえ、どういたしまして。どうかしましたか？
Are you two having a fight?
喧嘩？誰と誰がですか？
You and Kyou.
いえ、してませんよ。
Though you say that, it didn't seem like you two even looked at each other just now.
あ、さっきのですか？だってお姉ちゃんボタン抱いてましたから。変に立ち止まっちゃうと怯えられてしまいますし。
This feels strangely hard to accept.
それよりお弁当食べましょう。
Yeah. Ryou sits down in the stone fence as she opens the lunchbox.
どうぞ。
She hands one of the lunchboxes to me. Huh? Instead of the lunchbox, my attention is focused elsewhere. The fingers that are gripping the lunchbox have several band-aids on them. What happened to your fingers?
これはその
Although she probably wants to hide her hands behind her, she cannot do so because she's holding the lunchbox. She timidly looks at me as her hands and the lunchbox in it tremble. Did you hurt yourself while you were making this? She looks down as her face reddens. Looks like I guessed correctly.
でも今日のはちゃんと美味しくできていると思うんです。
Did you test it?
指はちょっとすごいことになっていますけ
Okay, she
ど、
did. Okay.
味見とかはちゃんとしましたし、だからその
Lift. I pick up a tamagoyaki from the lunchbox with my fingers. Munch. And put it in my mouth. Munch, munch.
ともやくん。
Gulp. It's good. Hand me the lunchbox.
はい。
Chopsticks too.
どうぞ。
Thanks. Turkey gobble. Gobble. What's the matter? Not going to eat?
その
I don't think you really need to, but if you're on a diet, I'll take the other one too. The food is really good. It'd be a waste not to eat it. This isn't flattery. It is actually good. Even though she used to be bad at cooking, it turned out so delicious. I wonder how much work she put into it. Or Kyou made it. She put so much work into this lunchbox that her fingers are ragged. Without a doubt, this lunchbox was made just for me. There's no way it wouldn't be delicious.
よかったです。美味しいって言ってもらえて嬉しいです。
Yeah, it's seriously very good.
よかったら私の分も食べてください。
I'll really eat it, you know.
はい。
Ryou nods happily with a smile. Aww, that was cute. But dude, you gotta have a talk with her.